Hi everyone, it is me, Mann, and most of you guys know that I went this weekend to Oprah's A Life You Want weekend. I had a blast. I had a really awesome time. I'll tell you a little bit about it, some of the highlights of my time there. But when I first got out of my car, of course, I walk into this long line of people, and the line wasn't really that long. It probably was about close to 200 people, a little bit more, but mostly women, of course. There were a few men in the crowd that either came with their wives or alone with other people or friends of theirs from work or whatever. But it was an awesome time. We sat there in line. I was by myself, so the people in front of me were talking to people in behind me were talking and turning around. We're all kind of like talking back and forth or whatever. And as they opened the doors to allow us to go in, I could hear somebody screaming. So I'm like, oh, it must be time. So we go inside. They give us gifts. They gave us a Mophie. I guess it's for your iPhone. I don't have an iPhone. I have just a Galaxy S5. Anyway. So we go in and there's places to like take pictures in the O-ring. So I took a picture in the O-ring and then I took a picture with Oprah. Well, okay, so it wasn't really Oprah, but okay. I took a picture with a placard or a billboard that was of Oprah and did that. There were different experiences in O-Town to actually, go and hang out and get massages, do different, just have different experiences. That's not really why I came, but I wanted to experience everything because me, myself, normally I'm this type of person who's kind of staunched in their thinking and it's either left or right, no in between, no room for anything. So, I've just allowed that day to allow myself just to have a great experience and not, kind of judge it or talk myself out of having, an awesome time or whatever. But I went and I stood in front of the stage. They had music playing, had a DJ, and had a host there. I can't remember what her name was. Maria, I can't remember her last name. Anyway, she was on there and she was talking, and then she brought up some people to do yoga. Now, I have always wanted to do yoga. In the past 10 years, well, in 2005, I had a really bad accident, and I have limited motion in my foot and ankle, so I can't really do a whole bunch. Like, I can't stand on it for long, or it doesn't move, put it that way. So anyway, I did yoga. I did yoga every time that it called for me to stand on that foot or to put, most of the weight on that foot. I just didn't do that part of it, but, I did my own type of yoga. So I had fun. I did that, and it was something that I would have never done in front of other people outside of in a class, but not just all out in the open like that. But it was awesome. I stood there. I didn't care who was watching, what was going on in front of me, on side of me, whatever. I did it and I had a great time. I was doing the yoga poses as much as I could. And I think we had to turn or do something. And I kind of looked around. Out of all the hundreds of thousands of people, whoever were there, it was only a few of us that were doing it. I mean, less than like 10. It might have been like 3 or 4, to be honest. Okay, so it was small amount of people that were doing it. But anyway, I was not like, ooh, let me stop doing it because everybody's, looking at me or whatever. But I didn't care. I was going to experience everything. So I did that, enjoyed, ate a little bit, walked around, waited because I lived so far. I didn't want to drive there and then go back home. So I stayed there, waited in my car. It rained a little bit, so I waited in my car and just kind of, did little stuff while I was in my car and made notes or whatever. So around 7 o'clock, they opened the doors so that we can go in to see Oprah. She opened up that night and it was awesome. I walk into the palace looking for my seat, and all of a sudden I look up on the screen. Once I got seated, I was on the floor and I look up and I see screens everywhere and it's my face. And my last tweet that I had tweeted right before I guess I had come into the palace, and it was up there for a long time, and I'm sitting here and I'm going, oh my God, like that is so cool. Like my face is literally plastered all over the palace. It was cool. Anyway, Oprah came out and she talked to us for a while, just, got us all excited for the next day's events. And she talked about her life. I was so just thrilled to actually be there and to have her literally like 6 feet away from me. It was cool. It was like way cool. The second day, Oprah came out again. She talked to us a little bit, introduced the trailblazers one by one. So the day was filled with like the trailblazers, and in between we had Oprah. And it was just wonderful. It was amazing. It was heartfelt. It was an awakening. It was all things spiritual is all I can say. All things spiritual. I had an awesome time. Thank you, Oprah. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Rob Bell, Elizabeth Gilbert, Mark Nepo, and thank you, Iyanla. She is one of my favorite people on the planet. Thank you. She shared her birthday with us here in Detroit. So we got to share that with her and sing happy birthday. But if you guys are in other cities and Oprah's The Life You Want tour has not come to your city yet, look for it. Get your tickets and enjoy. That's all I can say. Enjoy. I've written a post about it in the Scribblical Vibes blog post, and I will also have it up on kaiman.com. So make sure you go and you check it out. Go check it out. Thank you, Iyanla. Thank you. You guys have a great day. Peace.